High School for tonight's junior varsity girls basketball game. Let's meet the starters. First, for the visitors from Northwood. Number 12, Claire Hill. Number 14, Noah Weldy. Number 22, Taryn Markham. Number 32, Miracle Lindsay. And number 34, Carissa Goshert. The junior varsity is coached by Chris Davis. And now, here are the starters for the Wawasee Junior Varsity. Number 10, Audra Weaver. Number 14, Baylin Likens. Number 20, Aowen Fuller. Number 30, Brielle Poucher. And number 42, Scarlett Hardy. The JV Warriors are coached by Trent Beer. Tonight's officials are Joseph Bowen and Martin Clement. Points for Miracle Lindsay. Weaver to the line to shoot 2. Foul on number 22, Taryn Markham, her first, team's first. Fouls on number 20, Aowen Fuller, her first, team's first. Two points for Hill. Fouls on number 32, Miracle Lindsay, her first, team's second. Two points for Hardy. Three for Noah Welty. Timeout, Northwood. In for the Panthers, number 40, Georgia Hazley. Basket's good for Hardy. Jada Klaus is in for the Panthers. Fouls on Hardy, her first, team second. For Poucher. Basket's good for Poucher. The end of the first, the Warriors lead 9-7. 2 points for Hill. Number 14, Balin Likens checks in for the Warriors. Two points for Jaden Klaus. Fouls on number 40, Georgia Hazley, her first, team's first. Fouls on Hardy, her second, team's first. Number 40, Hazley at the line to shoot 2. Audra Weaver checks in for the Warriors. Fouls 20, Fuller, her second, team's second. Two points for Tom. basket's good for Hill. Balin Likens to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on number 40, Georgia Hazley, her second, team second. Lindsay, Gosher, and Rash are in for the Panthers. Timeout, Warriors. Hardy's checking in for the Warriors. Two points for Tom. (22) Markham is in for Northwood. At the half, Warriors 17, Panthers 14. 14, Noah Weldy, her first, teams first. Two points for Gashard. Taylor Town in for the Warriors. Hazley and Stump in for the Panthers. Two points for Hazley. Fouls on number 10, Weaver, her first, team's first. Hazley to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on Warrior number 42, Hardy, her third, team's second. Pouchers checking in for the Warriors. Fouls on Warrior number 30, Poucher, her first, team's third. Fouls on NorthWood 32, Lindsay, her second, team's second. Fouls on NorthWood number 12, Hill, her first, team's third. Hardy checking in for the Warriors. Fuller to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on NorthWood number 40, Hazley, her third, team's fourth. Klaus checking in for NorthWood. Fouls on Warrior number 4, Tom, her first, team's fourth. Number 10, Audra Weaven checks in for the Warriors. Fouls on Warrior number 20, Fuller, her team's 5th. Klaus shooting 2. Rash and Barrett in for the Panthers. Tom to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on number 14, Northwood. Weldy, her 2nd, team's 5th. (22) Markham checking in for Northwood. Likens checks in for the Warriors. Two for Weaver. Fuller checks in for the Warriors. to Hardy, her fourth. Markham at the line to shoot 2. Tie ball game, headed into the 4th. Timeout, NorthWood. Fouls on NorthWood, number 14, Welby, her third, team's first. 20 for the Warriors, her fourth, team's first. Fouls on number 12, Hill, her second, team second. Hardy checks in for the Warriors. Number 34, Goshert in for the NorthWood. Fouls on number 14, Weldy, her fourth, team's third. Basket's good for Likens. Two points for Lindsay. points for Lindsay. Fouls on number 42, Hardy, her 5th, team's 2nd. Timeout, NorthWood. for Tom. Two points for Lindsay. Fouls on 34, Gusher, her first, team's fourth. Fouls on number 4, Tom, her second, team's third. Timeout, Warriors. Fouls on 32, Lindsay, her third, team's fifth. Tom at the line to shoot 2. Timeout, Warriors. Fouls on number 40, Hazley, her fourth. Poucher to the line to shoot 2. Timeout, NorthWood. Fouls on number 10, Weaver, her second, team's 4th. Fouls on Weaver, her 3rd, team's 5th. Hill shooting 2. Fouls on 14, Weldy, her 5th. Tom to the line to shoot 2. Klaus in for NorthWood. Timeout, NorthWood. Timeout Warriors. That's a Warrior win! Wawasee 34, NorthWood 31.
It's time for Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network. The Lady Warriors will host Northwood. This year's broadcast is brought to you in part by Brian Wietrick with Hahn Auctioneers, Northern Lakes Insurance, Sox Marina, Jeremy Dorr with Remax Partners Syracuse, South Shore Social, Goshen Home Medical, Brook Point Resort, Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, Chubby's Pub and Grow, Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, Northern Lakes Realty, Wallace Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Quality Engineered Services, Appleseed Eye Care, and the Wawasee Alumni Association. Now, let's take you to the Hardwood TP here at Wawasee High School. With the call, here's Joshua Pulaski and Garrett Lash.
The snow covers all of Syracuse tonight. We say good evening and welcome to the Hardwood TP here at Wawasee High School. Tonight we've got a great conference matchup for you as your Wawasee Lady Warriors are facing off against the NorthWood Panthers. I'm your play-by-play Joshua Pulaski. Alongside me is my partner and classmate Garrett Lash. How you doing tonight, Garrett?
I'm doing good. You know, I'm ready to see more Lady Warrior basketball here against NorthWood Panthers. And, yeah, you know, the snow's been flying, and I wasn't quite sure if we were going to have a game tonight, but the sun did come out today in Indiana, and I think we're ready to see some basketball here.
You're not wrong about the snow. A lot of games were postponed yesterday, moved them today, but not this game. The snow's still all out, but the sun has cleared it up. But, Garrett, I'm really excited. The crowd has really showed up for this conference game. Both really two good teams coming to clash tonight.
Well, yeah, and we even got the band out there, and so I think it is going to be a good time. You know, it's, you know, Wawasee's home tonight, so a good crowd hopefully is what's to be expected.
And to possibly upset Northwood, I mean, they've been on a pretty good winning streak. They're over here at 14-3, coached by Coach Burkhardt. So a really good team, doing really well this year. And same with Wawasee, coached by Derek Gilreath. I mean, both teams want to come out with a W because either way, this is a conference game. We've mentioned this in games with Goshen and games prior that we didn't broadcast like Warsaw. A conference win is better than just a regular season win because that puts you higher or possibly lower in the conference.
Well, yeah, and you know that conference game, both coaches want to win, like you said, and I think they can if they keep going and they try. And, when you get, we're in that conference time where next week is the NECC tournament starting Tuesday, championship Saturday. And, a lot of teams are ready, they're getting geared up, and this is their time. This is that time of the season where the girls are starting to wind down a little bit. The boys have kind of pretty much just started to fire up. We had Christmas break in there a couple games before. So, yeah, they're getting down to the wire, but, the girls' season's not over yet. They still got a little bit more action to do here. 3
more home games for the Wawasee Warriors before it becomes sectional time, which would be a crazy time. Wawasee will be going to Fairfield for sectionals. But when we come back, we'll have the coaches interview and talk more about the Lady Warriors next on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers in Napanee, offering real estate auctions, personal property auctions, and appraisal for over 30 years. Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers at 1203 East Market Street in Napanee, serving northern Indiana and southern Michigan. 574-268-4940 and online at HahnRealtyandAuction.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Insurance in Syracuse, offering a wide variety of consumer and business insurance with group health plans. Northern Lakes Insurance behind McDonald's at 201 East Palm Drive in Syracuse, 574-457-5931, and online at northernlakesinsurance.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is powered by Sox Marina, servicing all the area lakes for over 60 years, offering Viaggio and Trifecta pontoons and smoker craft fishing boats, all powered by Mercury and Tohatsu outboards, and a line of XL hunting boats powered by Mud Buddy surface drive motors. Sox Marina on Webster and Barbie Lakes or online at soxmarina.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Jeremy Dorr at Remax Partners in Syracuse, offering a full complement of real estate services specializing in working with buyers and sellers of residential properties. Jeremy Dorr at Remax Partners, 300 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-518-0492, and online at jeremydorr.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by South Shore Social at 10601 North State Road 13, Syracuse, offering an entertainment and dining experience featuring golf and multi-sport simulators, darts, shuffleboard, elevated cuisine, and handcrafted cocktails, including a martini and bourbon lounge. South Shore Social, just north of Wawasee Middle School, 574-337-3131, and online at southshoresocial.net.
Now back to Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
We are back here at Wawasee High School in the Hardwood TP, where the Wawasee Lady Warriors are hosting the NorthWood Panthers. Earlier today, Wawasee student Reese Johnson had a chat with Coach Derek Gilreath about tonight's conference clash.
With me tonight is Coach Derek Gilreath of the Wawasee girls varsity basketball team. Thank you for taking the time to talk about Lady Warrior basketball. Coach, you're now back from Christmas break, having 3 games total, most recently being the holiday tournament. How did the girls perform during the tournament?
For us, I felt like we, at least defensively against Chesterton, we, handled the game plan really well. We held them, pretty well below their average. We just struggled on the offensive side a little bit. In our Central Noble game, Lucy Wilkinson went out with an ankle injury, so she's still kind of nursing that during that game, and that kind of took away some of her quickness and things, and that I think really hindered us on offense, not having her at full strength. But we, part of that is, you got to find ways, for people to step up. And I felt like even when we executed well, we still weren't hitting shots and things. And sometimes that happens, but we were getting a lot of the looks that we wanted to get. We just got to find ways to win those games. But Chesterton's a quality team. New Haven, first half, we played really well. We were ahead, I think it was like 30-5 at halftime or something like that. And then we played not very well at all in the third quarter, at least not on the defensive side of things. But also Kenzie Hackelman hurt her ankle in the first half of that game and didn't play in the second half. But that was a really good game for us because it allowed us to get almost all of our JV girls in that second half and played some minutes and finished out the game strong. And it was good to get everybody involved there and just to get us back on the court playing.
Now, that was the first time you had a tournament this year. How do you think a tournament affects like the second game? How do you think that affects like your stamina?
I think our stamina is fine. One thing that's nice about tournaments like that is, if we would happen to win a sectional, the regional is that same format. So or the semi-state, one of the two is that same format where you play a morning session and the afternoon session. So for us, I mean, it's just we're in shape as a team. That's not usually an issue for us. Is just understanding how to take care of your bodies between games and really throughout the course of a season. Because basketball is a really long season. We take their breaks. We able to give them a few times off and coming back after a layoff with only a couple days practice. I think that probably affects them more than just playing 2 games in a day.
Yeah, completely. This will be your first game home since December 17th. How does it feel to be back at home?
Well, it's always nice to be at home, a little bit more familiar with, the gym, have our home crowd. Our student section's awesome. We get a ton of support from our community, which we appreciate. But also with it being a big conference game against NorthWood, it's nice to have those games at home when you get that opportunity.
Yeah, to backpack off that NorthWood. NorthWood's ranked 3rd in conference so far this season. How are the girls getting ready for this conference game?
Well, for them, they have big Claire Payne in the middle. She's 6'2", 6'3", extremely athletic. She's going to be a Division I volleyball player. So for us, not having a lot of size, that's something that we've been kind of focusing on. How are we going to defend in the post? Between her and Ella Brennan, when their point guard, the 2 of them average about half of their points that they score. So it's a really big key for us to try to keep the ball, out of her hands and force some other people to beat us. Now, that being said, they have some girls that can knock down shots if we, overemphasize and we're over helping in spots. So we got to really do a good job of not letting her catch so we don't have to help off the shooters and give them wide open shots because they are capable of knocking them down.
Wow. Okay. So it's going to be hard, but if you're able to defend it well, play the right way, you'll come out with a win. Lastly, what are your keys against NorthWood?
Well, one, I already said we got to keep the ball out of the post. And that's, we've struggled with that a little bit really the last 2 years, but we've done better this year, but we have to do a better job of that. And that, that needs to be our focus this game. And then they're one of the things that they don't get enough credit for is their defensive pressure. They're really active on the ball in their man-to-man defense. So we need to make sure we're not, turning the ball over and allowing them to get easy run-out opportunities. We got to make sure we take care of the ball. And then along with, because of their size, rebounding is going to be huge for us.
Yeah. Thank you. So we'll be back with more Lady Warrior basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior basketball is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering CPAPs, respiratory supplies, and a full line of medical equipment with delivery for over 40 years. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626, and online at GoshenHomeMedical.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brook Point Resort in Syracuse, offering a family escape getaway featuring a family suite which sleeps up to 7 people, indoor heated saltwater pool, outdoor family cove activities, board games, pizza and pop for the first night. Brook Point Resort, just west of Burger King on Bowser Road in Syracuse, 574-457-4466, and online at brookpointresort.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group in Milford. We are a full-service realty company, including property management services in Kosciuszko and surrounding counties. Our goal is to be a trusted advisor for you before, during, and after your transaction. Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, here to help make your home dreams happen. Located downtown Milford at 120 South Main Street or online at thegingrichgroup.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse, offering a full menu including daily lunch and dinner specials with a family room. Chubby's Pub and Grub at 1201 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-457-3855.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, 106 East Pickwick Drive in Syracuse, offering chiropractic, personal training, and rehab services that will get you back into the game. Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, east of Dairy Queen in Syracuse, 574-457-7472, and online at dynamicspinesyracuse.com.
Now back to Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Glad to have you back here at Wawasee High School where the Lady Warriors are up against the NorthWood Panthers. We've got about 6 minutes before this conference matchup begins. Garrett, I want to talk about the latest matchups for these Wawasee Lady Warriors. So, the last matchup they had was during the holiday tournament. Now, there was 2 games when it comes to the holiday tournaments. Their first game was against Chesterton. They lost 40-26. Not what you want to have as your first game for a holiday tournament.
Yeah, and when you do a tournament like that, you expect your team to come out and perform and do and succeed in that matter, but that's just not what happened that day, and that first game at least. And tell us a little bit about what happened later on.
Well, in that first game, a couple of stats I had was Hackelman had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 blocks, whilst Beer had 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals. Now, that second game was the third-place game for that tournament. They went up against New Haven and won 57-40. A good victory, and to finish third in that tournament.
Oh, yeah, and, we had the boys tournament here the day before, and I talked to we talked a little bit about, you play that first game in the morning, and then you kind of have those break hours in the afternoon, and then you come back in the evening and play. And, my hopes is that, and it sounds like it worked for the girls, is they had that downtime and they kind of had time to regroup, think about some things, maybe run some plays in a practice gym or what have you, and then they came back out and showed it. And I think it does pay off in the end. If you just kind of relax, kind of think things over a little bit, maybe practice a little bit, and then come back out and do it again.
Recovery and practice possibly and did definitely lead them to the victory. Now, Garrett, talk about Northwood's last game against John Glenn.
Yeah, Northwood's last game was against John Glenn. They were up 19-6 at halftime, and they won 41-24. They shot 17 for 45. They were 38%. They shot 7 through 8. They were 88% in the free throws.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. And Clary Payne, she had 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 3, what was that there?
3 blocks.
Oh, 3 blocks. Yes, that's right.
I will say, sorry to interrupt, Claire Payne, a very, very interesting individual on this team. She's the leading scorer, averages a double-double. She averages 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 steals. A couple of things I learned about Payne is she currently, in her career, has 899 rebounds.
Wow.
1 rebound tonight, she'll hit 900, and possibly could have hit 1,000 by the end of the season. She has 807 points, and is also a volleyball player. She is recently committed to the D1 college, Appalachian State. An interesting portfolio for Claire Payne.
Yeah, and it sounds like a bright future ahead for her going to Appalachian State. Ella Branham shot 11 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds at that John Glenn game. So, that's not bad if you think about it.
Pretty good stats either way. And Ella Barnum, a pretty good player. She's a 5'10 sophomore for this Northwood Panthers. And don't forget her sister, who's also a center, Tessa Barnum. So we got 2 sisters for this Northwood team tonight.
And Northwood's coming in tonight 14-3. So, they got a good record going for them. They've only lost to Westerfield and Penn. and Warsaw. So they're not doing too bad in the ways of that.
14 wins is a great thing, as well for Wawasee only having 4 losses in their entire season. A great thing that I believe Gilreath wanted from the beginning of this season.
Well, I believe, Wawasee, they come out strong. You and I, we broadcasted those first couple of games. You can just see they came out strong, and, they had they had a bunch of wins there, and then a couple losses, and picked up 2 wins, and a loss to Warsaw, and Central Noble, they won that in a double overtime. Their whole season has been strong.
Absolutely, Garrett. When we come back, we'll go over the keys to the game, the starters, and be right into the action here on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Hi, this is Vince Beasley. Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty. We are a full-service realty company helping you buy and sell homes, as well as assisting you in any other real estate needs. Northern Lakes Realty has a hometown realty team ready to serve you. We are located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Wallace Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Syracuse. They can help the residential or commercial customer with in-floor heat systems, high-efficiency tankless water heaters, lift stations, sewer connections, septic services, and well repair. Wallace Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Syracuse. 574-457-9313 and online at wallacephc.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Quality Engineered Services in Syracuse. Manufacturing dash assemblies and wiring harnesses, primarily supporting OEM boat manufacturers and other products including marine, bus, automotive, and more since 2017. Quality Engineered Services at 1101 North Indiana Avenue in Syracuse. 574-457-3988 and online at theqes.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Appleseed Eye Care in Syracuse, offering eye care from local optometrists, which include routine vision care, diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases, and emergency eye care. They offer both budget-friendly glasses and designer eyewear with advanced lens technology and contact lenses. Appleseed Eye Care at 612 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-457-4476, and online at appleseedeyecare.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by the Wawasee Alumni Association. If you haven't heard, the Wawasee Alumni Association is working hard to raise money and to bring together alumni, parents, and supporters to build pride and community around all things Wawasee. This includes free student admission to sports and performing arts events, free leather jackets, team building activities, scholarships, and more. Find them on Facebook or email them for more information at wawaseealum@gmail.com.
Now back to Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
And welcome back to the Hardwood TP as the conclusion of the national anthem had started. Let me get back.
Yeah.
So Garrett, as the announcer announces the starters, why don't we announce the starters for Northwood?
Yeah, Northwood starters, number 12, a forward, a 5'10 sophomore, Ella Branham. Number 20, a guard, a 5'3 senior, Megan Yoder. Number 22, a forward, a 5'8 senior, Haley Heflin. Number 30, a guard, a 5'5 sophomore, Kenzie Hartman. And number 42, a guard, Clarity Payne. She's a 5'8 the 6'2 senior.
Claire Payne's a center. Sorry, the lights went out when Garrett was trying to say those. As for your Wawasee Warriors, a similar lineup we've seen basically all season. Number 4, guard, 5'2 senior, Lucy Wilkinson. Number 10, guard, 5'7 senior, Mackenzie Hackelman. Number 23, forward, 5'10 senior, Ava Couture. Number 30, forward, 5'10 senior, Molly Beer. And number 32, forward, 5'9 senior, Olivia Horn. Garrett, as they are announcing the players, we're soon to be in action.
We are coming up in action, and I'm excited. You know, we got some NorthWood, Wawasee, and it's just going to be a good night. We got a good crowd. We got the band going. We have people sitting up in the balcony section, so it's going to be a good night.
As the players are soon to come out of huddle. Ooh, this is going to be a great game. A packed crowd here tonight for this conference matchup. Warriors versus Panthers. Another conference matchup here. I'm Joshua. Alongside me is Garrett. As soon to head off to tip-off. The ref slowly waiting, making sure everyone's getting situated. The whistle is blown. It's game time. The ball's up and got the ball is NorthWood. With the ball is Hartman. Pass it over to Barnum. Barnum guarded by Wilkinson. Passed over to the top of the key is Heflin looking around. Passes it to Hartman. Way over to the right wing is Barnum inside to Payne. She drives inside. Misses the inside shot. Goes for it again. Misses, but fouled.
Well, you know, one thing I've seen there with Barnum, she drove into the paint, went on the left side, tried to throw that ball in, right? And she just couldn't get it. She rebounded their own ball and tried to put it back in again, and she still couldn't get it. But now she's at the free throw line. We'll see what she can do here.
First free throw is miss for Payne. Foul was on number 30, Molly Beer, her first, team's first. Payne's second. She shoots 64 from the free throw. Is up and in. Miss one, make one. Puts 1-0. Panthers lead. High pass over to Wilkinson, but goes over to Payne. Inside to Hartman. Back around over to Payne. Inside to Yoder, but gets the foul.
Yoder was, you know, she was trying to shoot that, but she kind of shot it sideways, you know, and it hit the net and went out. But, you know, I think something we're going to see tonight is NorthWood, I think, is going to be a very strong team going into this, and so is Wawasee.
Yoder makes her first free throw. 2-0, Panthers lead with 7:23 left. Wilkinson with the foul. Yoder's second is up and in. Passed into Wilkinson. Dribbling it down the court. Looking around. Pass it to Horn. She drives inside. Guarded by Payne. Back out to Couture for the three. Misses. Bounces out of bounds. NorthWood's ball.
That was a nice try for, you know, Couture's three-pointer, you know. She just didn't have it real elevated up there high enough, but that was a good try.
Panthers with the ball. With the ball is Yoder. Dribbling it down the court. Looking for a pass. Finds with the Heflin at the right side. Bounce inside to Payne. Jump ball. Right away a jump ball. Good decision by Wilkinson, making it Wawasee possession.
Yeah, no, that was a good choice. You know, now it's Wawasee ball here on the inbound.
Horn with the ball. Loses it. Gets the ball back. Rolls it over to Hackelman. Trying to still get past half court. Gets past half court. Looking around. Handoff to Couture. Near the left wing. Back to Hackelman. Looking. Gets a screen. Tries to drive inside. Backs out to Horn for three. Misses. Rebounded by Hackelman. Goes for the inside shot. Misses. Rebounded. Rebounded by Barnum. Taking it down the court. Barnum looking around. Pass inside to Yoder, but blocked by Couture.
I'll tell you, Couture came in there at the right time. That was just right for her to come in there, put her hands up, smack the ball down.
Not letting the shot come up. 3-0, Panthers lead. Yoder looking for a pass. Gets one to Heflin. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Couture. Wilkinson setting the play on the court. Passes half court. Drives inside. Backs over to Couture at the right corner. Pass all the way to the left corner is Hackelman. Looking around. Pass to Beer. Bounce over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson telling her players where to go. Over to Horn at the left wing. Inside to Beer. Goes to the mid-range shot. Could have driven side. Misses a shot. Rebounded by Heflin. Passes it to Yoder all the way over. Looking around. Past Payne to the three-point shot for Heflin. Misses. Rebounded by Horn. Wilkinson driving. Slowly taking it down the court. Looks for a pass. Bounces over to Hackelman. Trying to get off her defender. Inside to Beer. To Horn. She drives inside. Spin move. Shot. Charge.
There was a lot that went down there in that little bit. She should, Beer did that mid-ranger. She should have stepped in the paint a little bit more and elevated the ball. She would have made that. And then that spin there, that shouldn't have happened. She should have just came in.
High pass to Northwood. Hartman with the ball. To Payne, to the top of the key. Over now to Barnum. Barnum to Heflin. Looking around. Pass to Hartman. Over to Heflin. Trying to find a pass. Goes to the top of the key. Hands it over to Yoder. Out back to Yoder. To Heflin. Looking around. Pass back to Hartman. To the top of the key. Inside to Payne. Back out to Yoder. She drives inside. Loses the ball. Wilkinson nearly gets it back, but Payne recovers it. Payne passes over to Yoder. The top of the key. Hackelman guarding. Passes it to Hartman. Now over to Barnum. She's at the left corner. To the top of the key is Heflin. Misses her shot. Rebounded by Payne. Goes into drive inside. Makes the shot.
Good rebound there. Good drive. That was a nice clean drive on the hoop there. That was good.
Wilkinson almost drives in with no people around her. Passes around back to Wilkinson at the right wing. Over to Horn. Inside to Couture. She goes for the shot. Misses. Rebounded by Hackelman. Misses her shot. Rebounded by Yoder. Taking it down the court. Inside to Payne. Goes for her shot. Fouled on the shot.
Yeah, she kind of went around there on the right side of the paint and tried to go in, but she put her arm up and it hit the rim of the whole basket. What do you think about this so far, this game so far?
Teams are really trying to get points on the board and a lot of defensive effort going on.
I was just going to say there's been a lot of defensive effort here on both sides of the ball tonight.
Subbing for the Wawasee Warriors, number 20, Emerson Kroll. First free throw was made for Payne, her second. Missed, rebounded by the Panthers. Jump ball. Back to Wawasee with the ball. 6-0, 4:04 left in this first period. Correction, Northwood's ball after the jump ball.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you on that defense. Both defenses have been really strong tonight. Offenses, they've been good too. And yeah.
Heflin, pass over to Yoder to the top for Hartman. Misses the three. Gets her own rebound. Passes it to Payne. Tries to get past. Goes for the shot. Misses. Rebounded by Hackelman. Hackelman taking it down the court. Decides to drive inside. Goes for the tough layup and gets the foul.
That was a very tough layup. That was not easy to do in the way that she came in and drove in on that right side. She put her arm up and missed, and she kind of tripped over herself there. But here we go. She's at the free throw line.
Hackelman's first is in. 53% from the field, from the free throw line. Subs for the Panthers, number 25, Brooke Johnson. Hackelman for a second. Is up. No good. Rebounded by Northwood. Pass to Johnson. Looking around. Pass to Hartman. Almost tipped. Over to Barnum at the left wing. Barnum to the top of the key. Over now to the right side is Hartman. To the top is Johnson for the three. Misses. Rebounded by Payne. Goes for the inside shot and gets it in.
Yeah. I almost wondered if Hartman was going to make that, but it kind of knocked off the rim there, and she should have elevated her arms up a little bit more.
Kroll with the ball at the left wing. To the top is Hackelman. Now over to Couture. Looking for her handoff pass to Wilkinson. She drives inside. Goes for the shot. Whistle blown.
She really fought for that drive to get in there. And
foul on the Panthers. Number 30, Hartman, her first, team second.
I think you're right, Josh. Both teams want to get points on the board tonight, and I think they can if, they just keep pushing.
Wilkinson with the ball, drives inside over to Kroll for the mid-ranger, misses, rebounded by Payne. Almost poked out by Hackelman. Barnum taking it down the court. Looking for a pass, goes over to the newly subbed Davis. Back to Barnum. Looking for something. Trying to set a play. Trying to get a pass before she gets a violation. Poked by Couture. Over to the newly subbed Balassa. Balassa looking around, passes it to Payne. Wanting to get a pass. Bounce pass over to Barnum. Barnum on the right side, drives inside, goes for the shot. Misses, rebounded by Couture. Nice rebound by Couture. 8-1, Panthers lead. Wilkinson passes to Couture, top of the three for the three. Misses, top of the key. Rebound. Ball going everywhere now. Hackelman with the ball. Gets the shot inside.
That was really good by Hackelman. Really good rebound. Really good. A lot of things done there by Wilkinson. And yeah.
A lot of things happened there. Couture went for the three at the top of the key. Missed.
Yes.
Ball bounced around. Ended up in Hackelman's hands inside the paint. Went for the shot, making this score 8-3. Timeout is called. 30-second timeout. I will say, Garrett, Wawasee is slightly struggling trying to defend Payne.
Yeah.
She so far has 6 points tonight.
Yeah, when I looked down here, she had 21 points made at John Glenn, 2 rebounds. I knew she was going to be a little hard to defend tonight, but I think, if the Warriors, if they try to figure out what she's going to do, they're going to have a good idea what she's going to do, and then they're going to be able to figure out where to go, and they'll have it figured out a little bit more. Hopefully starting second quarter, starting right now too, I guess.
1:49 left in this first period. Molly Beer's been subbed in for the Warriors. Northwood to pass it in. Johnson with the ball. Taking it down the court. Looking. Decides to drive inside. Backs out to Balassa. She drives inside for the shot. Blocked by Beer. Horn with the rebound. Driving it. Poked out by Northwood. Both Beer and Horn right there to get that block.
Yeah, well, and I think, when I look at this Wawasee team, players are rushing to the ball. They're rushing to that position, and they're hustling to get to wherever that needs to go, and they both were on it. They just couldn't get to it.
Beer with the ball at the right wing. Looking, bounce pass to Horn. Looks to drive inside. She does. Misses the layup. 3 people on Johnson. Johnson trying to get past. High pass to Payne inside the paint. Almost loses it. Davis gets the ball back to Barnum. Barnum drives inside. Seems to be a
She made it, but
foul.
Fouls on number 30, Beer.
Foul on Beer.
Team's fifth.
and I think Barnum, she's a 5'10 sophomore. She's a forward. I think her height is really starting to show tonight. But not just that. Looks like number 42, Claire
Payne.
She's a 6'2 senior. She's a center. Her height, I think Northwood has some height on them that's starting to show. And, I don't know if we're being able to get to it. I'm not sure.
Barnum's first free throw is missed. Puts the foul by Molly Beer puts the Panthers in the not in the bonus. 4 fouls. I was wrong. The board was not updated. 5 fouls for Wawasee, putting the Panthers in the bonus. Subbed in for the Wawasee Warriors. Couture is back in the game. with the ball. Trying to get past the defender. Pass to Couture. Over to Beer. Top of the key. To Horn. Looking around. Drives inside. Goes for the shot. Blocked by Payne. Payne passes it over to Balasa. Balasa high pass to Payne. Goes for the inside shot and gets it in.
That was a beautiful shot made. She was right up there. She was in that left corner, and that was amazing.
10-3, Panthers lead. Beer with the ball, trying to get something, get any points on the board for the Warriors. To Couture at the top of the key, gets a screen, back out to Horn, to Beer, over to Kroll, to Wilkinson now. Goes for the three-point shot, misses, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson taking it down the court, high pass to Payne. Can she get it before it bounces out of bounds? No, she cannot.
She was hustling, though, to get there, though. She was ahead of all the others. And I knew, it looked like she was really determined to get that ball. Looks like,
subs to the Panthers, number 21, the sister, Tessa Barnum. 12 seconds left in this first period. Want to get one last shot, possibly get one last score. 9-8. Wilkinson with the ball. Tries to drive inside. Goes for the shot. Travel. 4:02 left in this first period.
Yeah. They still got time to make up for these points and to get up there to Northwood. And
Hackelman subbed in for the Warriors. Johnson looking for a pass. Goes to Barnum. Back to Johnson. 2-1. Goes for the last second shot. Oh!
She almost had that.
Ball rimmed, not going in. Warriors are behind 3:10 going into second period. We'll be back with more Lady Warrior basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers in Napanee, offering real estate auctions, personal property auctions, and appraisal for over 30 years. Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers at 1203 East Market Street in Napanee, serving northern Indiana and southern Michigan. 574-268-4940 and online at HahnRealtyandAuction.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Insurance in Syracuse, offering a wide variety of consumer and business insurance with group health plans. Northern Lakes Insurance behind McDonald's at 201 East Palm Drive in Syracuse, 574-457-5931, and online at northernlakesinsurance.com.
Now back to Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, where the Wawasee Warriors are behind the Northwood Panthers 10-3. Now, Garrett, before we get into the action, we've heard there's a boys score update.
Yeah, the Wawasee boys are at Prairie Heights. At the half, the boys are up 27, Prairie Heights 16.
Good to hear that the boys are doing great. Lady Warriors need to get a lead in this game as Couture with the ball. Hit with the ball, but goes over to Horn. To Hackelman at the right wing. Back to Horn. Trying to go for a pass. Goes over to Beer. Mid-range shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson taking it down the court. Passes it to Yoder. Yoder looking around. Travel on Yoder.
Well,
too many steps.
Too many steps. You got to stop, pass the ball up to somebody else, dribble the ball. You got to think about where you're at and what you're doing there.
Wilkinson with the ball. 10-3, 7:23 left. Wilkinson gives it to Horn. Horn to Wilkinson, at top of the key. Pass to Hackelman for the three. Misses, rebounded by Balasa. Balasa goes over to Yoder. Yoder at the left wing, guarded by Horn. Dribbling around, passes it to Barnum. Kick by Beer. Not what you want to see.
No, yeah, she went to go pass the ball. She went to go pass the ball to Davis, and Beer stuck her foot out, and it kind of jumped the ball over her foot and landed on the ground. And
sub for the Panthers, number 22, Heflin. Northwood to pass it in. Goes over to Davis. Hands it off to Yoder. Yoder back to Davis. She's at the left wing, guarded by Couture. Bounces it over to Barnum. Tessa Barnum goes to Johnson. Johnson looking around, pass at the top of the key to Heflin. Goes for the inside pass, but blocked. Rebounded by Johnson. She goes for the shot inside. Jump ball is called by the refs.
Well, she really got inside there and in that paint, and she wanted to make that shot, but she just couldn't get there to do it.
Subs for Northwood, number 42, Payne is back in the game. Northwood to pass it in. Bounces it to Heflin and makes the shot.
2 points, Heflin.
Yeah.
12-3, Warriors are down by 9. Wilkinson passes it to Horn. Looking for a pass, hands it off back to Wilkinson. Goes over to Hackelman at the left wing, goes to Beer. She drives inside, back out to Horn, trying to get any shot. Can't. Goes to Hackelman inside for the shot. Nice shot by Hackelman.
That was a really good shot by Hackelman. She was there at the right time and got her arm up over the hoop there. And yeah, that was a good job.
Yoder, guarded by Wilkinson, has the ball. Passes to Heflin. Looking for a pass, gets a screen. Back over to Davis. Over to Johnson. Johnson looking, pass inside to Payne. Back out to Heflin for the three. Yes!
That was a really good three made by Heflin. That was, she was right where she needed to be, right at the tip of the paint, and then she puts it in. And, that's just another three for Northwood.
Beer with the ball, passes to Horn. She tries to drive inside, goes for the shot. Fouled on the shot. Nice three, I want to say, by Heflin. Just kind of wide open, just let it fly, and it went in.
Just let it fly. Nobody else, people were around. Nobody was around her, crowding her. She had the perfect range for that three, and that was good.
At the foul line is Horn. She's 56%. Her first is no good.
Number 12,
Subs for Northwood. Number 12, Ella Barnum. And Emerson Kroll for the Wawasee Warriors is in. Horn second. Is up. No good. Rebounded by Northwood. Ella Barnum with the ball, looking around. Passes it to Heflin. Over to Johnson, top of the key. She drives inside. Trying to get a pass. Goes over to Yoder. Now back to Barnum at the left wing. Trying to get past Wilkinson. Goes to the top of the key. Pass to Yoder. Over to Heflin. Back to Yoder. Inside to Payne. Goes for the inside shot and gets it in.
Yeah. Payne has has made a couple of good points tonight, and she's just showing what she can do.
Beer with the ball. Looking, high pass over to Hackelman at the right corner. She goes for the three. Misses, rebounded by Payne. Payne taking it down the court. Goes over to Heflin inside to Payne. Foul.
Is that on Wawasee there?
Foul on Wawasee.
Yeah.
Fouls on number 10,
And,
Hackelman, her second.
the fouls are, they're low right now, and that's what you want, but you don't want them to get higher, and I'm afraid that's what's going to happen here, but we'll see.
Northwood inbound, high pass to Johnson. Looking for a shot, instead passes it to Barnum. Barnum goes over to Yoder. Over to Heflin. High pass to Barnum. She drives inside, wide open, and misses the easy layup. Rebound, and now goes over back to Barnum. Barnum over to Heflin. Pass to the left wing for Yoder. Misses. Collision on the ground.
A lot of players on the ground
ball.
there. I honestly thought Heflin was going to make that point there, but she kind of lost the ball and she passed it, and it got passed back to her, and then she passed to somebody else, and a lot went on there, and for Northwood. And
subs for Northwood, number 30, Hartman's back in the game. Hackelman passes it to Wilkinson. 5:17, less than 4 minutes in the second period. Horn looking for a pass to Wilkinson. Fakes the three-point shot, goes to Horn, to Hackelman. Wants to drive inside, backs out to Beer. She goes for the inside shot. Hit on the shot.
You've seen she drove into the paint there, but two Northwood players were right there, and they kind of pushed the ball down, and Beer rolled out, ran out on the out of bounds, and so now she's at the free throw line.
First one's no good. Not a great effort for Wawasee tonight. 1 for 4 so far for the team for free throws.
They got time to get back up there, and they're just kind of in a low spot right now. And
Beer makes the second. 6-17. Panthers lead by 11. 3:43 left in the second period. Yoder with the ball, guarded by Hackelman, taking it down the court. Trying to find a pass, bounces over to Heflin. Heflin looks around inside to Payne, goes for the shot, misses, rebounded by Payne, and gets fouled.
Something I noticed about Payne is, whenever she's got the ball, she always tries to drive into the hoop, and she tries to stay on the side of the paint and drives in, and it seems to be working out for her, just not that time. But
with her being 6'2", she gets inside the paint really easily.
Yeah, that height really does help.
Her first free throw is missed. Foul was on number 32, Olivia Horn, her team second. Her second is up. Rebounded by Wawasee. No good for the second free throw. Wilkinson with the ball. 3:20 left in the second period. Need to get more scores on this game. Pass to Hackelman in the left corner. She drives inside. Pass to Beer at the top of the key. Looks it around. Almost loses it. Trying to get a ball pass, but does not. And ball rolls out of bounds. Northwood's way.
Yeah, the ball, the ball has been rolling out of bounds a lot tonight, and things have went out of bounds a lot tonight. They just got to try to keep things in bound and keep that ball moving to the right player that needs it at that time.
Hartman with the ball. Passes to Barnum. Looking. To the top is Heflin. Over to Yoder at the left side. Pass back to Heflin. Trying to get a shot or a pass. Finds a pass to Yoder. Misses. Rebounded by Payne. Foul. Foul on number 20, Kroll.
Here we go. Payne back to the free throw line. I thought she was going to make it there. She was on the left side, and she just didn't turn fast enough there to be able to make it.
Payne's first is no good. I will say it is hard to guard Payne with not any really big, tall players for the Wawasee Warriors and a couple 6-footers for Northwood. It's a little hard to defend the paint.
Yeah.
Second free throw is in. 6:18, 2:38 left in this second period. Wawasee with the ball. Wilkinson passes over to Kroll. Inside to Beer. Easy inside shot.
That's exactly what we're looking for. Just those easy shots there that aren't real hard to make, and it was just right there. That's
Yoder near the logo. Trying to get past Hackelman. Almost does. Passes it to Payne. Double team on Payne. Stolen by Hackelman. Pass to Wilkinson. 2 minutes left in the second period. Beer with the ball at the left wing. Trying to find a pass. Goes to Wilkinson at the left corner. It's back to Beer. Bounce pass over to Horn. Horn looking. Still looking. Drives. Passes it over to Beer for the mid-range shot. Missed. Rebounded by Barnum. Barnum looking. Passes it to Yoder. Over to Heflin at the left corner. Tries to get bounce pass, but stolen by Hackelman. Wawasee's ball.
Wow, there was a lot that went on. Hackelman went in there and she was trying to dribble the ball, and Hackelman went in, put her hands down, stopped the ball, right? She gets the ball, and she's running down the court, and the whistle gets blown. Now she gets to throw it inbound to number 4, Lucy Wilkinson.
Couture was subbed in, and Johnson subbed in. Both teams got subs in. Wilkinson with the ball, drives inside, goes for the shot. Misses, rebounded by Payne. 8-18. Wawasee's down by 10 with 1:20 left in this second period. Yoder with the ball, passes it to Hartman. Hartman inside to Payne. Double team on Payne. Back out to Barnum. Barnum drives inside, goes to the shot, misses. Nearly rebounded, but goes out of bounds. Northwood's ball.
Another out of bounds there we had. And, I think something that Wawasee has to try to figure out here is how can we get inside the paint and make a layup or make a three-pointer or 2 points.
Barnum with the three on the left side, misses, rebounded, almost rebounded by Horn, but bounces out of bounds. Northwood's ball.
And honestly, if, number 12 there, let me see. Oh, yeah, Barnum, if she would have just maybe not went as high with her arms, she probably would have made that three on the left side.
Barnum has the ball, passes inside the paint, loses the ball, dribbles out of bounds, but still Northwood's ball.
So how do you think, just think about this, Josh, this half, what are your thoughts so far?
I definitely feel like Wawasee needs to get some points on this board. Being under 10 points going into halftime possibly is not what you want to have.
Right.
Hartman passes to the top to Johnson. Inside the paint, goes for the shot. Barnum was with the ball, goes for the shot and gets it inside.
Oh, Barnum made that?
Barnum was the one that makes the shot.
Okay, yeah, I thought.
Horn goes for the mid-range shot, misses, rebounded by Hartman. 26 seconds left, 8:20, Panthers lead. Yoder, pass over to Barnum, back to Yoder. Yoder still looking, stolen by Wilkinson. Ball is dribbling on the floor, Couture gets it, ball still dribbling. Whistle is blown.
Couture just kind of laying it on the floor, and the ball just kept rolling away from him, and looks like we got a foul on the Panthers here.
Payne's second foul puts the team at 5 fouls for the Panthers. Couture now at the free throw line. Her first is up and good. 82% this year from the free throw line. A good percentage by Couture.
She's seen the free throw line a lot, especially earlier in the season. And, just things kind of start adding up here.
Couture's second is good. Limits the lead to 10. Wawasee finally in the double digits. 9 seconds left. Yoder dribbling it down the court, wants to get one last shot. Kroll giving good defense. Foul on by Kroll.
Wawasee, the defense has been really good, and they just keep defending the ball. And, Northwood's defense has been good too, and there's just a lot of things going on out on the court tonight that are really good on both sides.
3-2, Wilkinson needs one last shot. She goes for it. Oh, so close off the top of the backboard. Garrett, 10-20. Not a great start for the Wawasee Warriors.
No, but you know what, though? They got a lot of work to do left. But this, halftime, they're going to be able to go in there, and coach is going to draw up a play or something, talk about it, a little bit. Then they'll come back out, and we'll see what happens here.
Absolutely. Well, like we said, Warriors are down 10-20 going into half. We'll be back with more Lady Warrior basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is powered by Sox Marina, servicing all the area lakes for over 60 years, offering Viaggio and Trifecta pontoons and smoker craft fishing boats, all powered by Mercury and Tohatsu outboards, and a line of XL hunting boats powered by Mud Buddy surface drive motors. Sox Marina on Webster and Barbie Lakes, or online at soxmarina.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Jeremy Dorr at RE/MAX Partners in Syracuse, offering a full complement of real estate services, specializing in working with buyers and sellers of residential properties. Jeremy Dorr at RE/MAX Partners, 300 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-518-0492, and online at jeremydorr.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by South Shore Social at 10601 North State Road 13, Syracuse, offering an entertainment and dining experience featuring golf and multi-sport simulators, darts, shuffleboard, elevated cuisine, and handcrafted cocktails, including a martini and bourbon lounge. South Shore Social, just north of Wawasee Middle School, 574-337-3131, and online at southshoresocial.net.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering CPAPs, respiratory supplies, and a full line of medical equipment with delivery for over 40 years. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626, and online at goshenhomemedical.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brookpoint Resort in Syracuse, offering a family escape getaway featuring a family suite which sleeps up to 7 people, indoor heated saltwater pool, outdoor family cove activities, board games, pizza and pop for the first night. Brookpoint Resort, just west of Burger King on Bowser Road in Syracuse, 574-457-4466, and online at brookpointresort.com.
Now back to Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, where the Warriors are down 10-20 going into half. Garrett, what are your thoughts on this first half so far?
Well, I think, we can kind of see what's going on. NorthWood comes out and on that offense, and they're really strong on offense, handling that basketball. The Warriors, man, they're down by 10 right now in the half, and I think they got a lot of work to do, but you know what? If they come out at halftime, and, if they come out strong at halftime, that's going to be what benefits them. NorthWood, I think they're going to stay strong. I don't think they're going to cut back. I don't think they're going to slow down any. I don't see a reason why. You're strong on offense. I think both teams on defense have been very strong, defending that ball and trying to turn it into an offense play.
I agree with all of that. I feel like definitely Wawasee needs to stop Claire Payne. We have her unofficially at 9 points so far.
Yeah.
Not what you want to see, and a lot of rebounds by her. She's just getting right to the paint. If she misses a shot, she's the first one to get the ball back. Not what you want to see.
Well, like you said, I've seen it. She drives in that paint on the left-right side wing, and she tried to make that three-pointer on the left wing there, didn't end up making that. And, when she's got the ball, she just kind of pushes her way through because she wants to get to that hoop. That's her end goal. And I just feel like we need to see that on Wawasee. We need to see that end goal. And we have a couple times, but the ball is rolled out of bounds, and so just things haven't quite worked out.
Absolutely, Garrett. Well, we forgot to do this in the in the beginning of the game because of unfortunate timing. But, Garrett, let's go over the keys real quick. What are Northwood's keys?
Northwood's keys: win the rebound battle. And I think they've done well with that.
I think they've been doing very well with that.
Yeah. You got 20 points on the board at halftime. And, the other key, contest shots.
Contest shots.
And I think, they've done well with that.
Blocking those shots, not letting shots in, just doing great work inside the paint mainly.
Yeah. And then control our controllables. And I think, honestly, that can go for both teams. What can I control as a team? But, what can we control as a team, but also what can I control as myself? And you can only do certain things. And I think that's been shown on both sides, Okay, I can't do that. I'll let the other player have the ball, or I'm not in the right position. I'll let her get the ball. And so it's just certain things like that. What are the Wawasee keys?
The keys for Wawasee are simple. Keep the ball out of the post. The Wawasee Warriors got to do more than this. I mean, I feel like they're really trying to stop the people getting the post, but Northwood is really getting in there and getting those easy shots inside.
Yep.
Limit turnovers. Both teams have been doing really well at not letting those turnovers happen.
Yeah, no. They've been limiting turnovers, like you said. They've been trying to keep the ball as best they can. Every now and then there was a turnover, and that's just stuff you can improve on as you go on throughout the game.
And lastly, rebounds. Something they really need to do, kind of the same with keeping the ball out of the post, just stopping those bigger players, the taller players on this Northwood team.
And I just wish, and I'd like to see them come out of halftime with a little bit more fire in them. I want to get to that hoop. I want to get to that end result, just like Northwood is. Northwood's showing it, what is their end result?
Absolutely.
And you're in halftime right now. So if you were Coach Gilreath, what would you be telling your team going into this third quarter?
Defend, defend, defend. You need to let those easy shots and get the rebounds. You really got to get those rebounds so that you can get the ball and get easy points. I mean, you're down by 10. We haven't seen a game in a long while that Wawasee was down at half, especially over 10 points.
Oh, yeah. If I was Coach, excuse me, what is the coach's
Coach
name?
Burkhart.
Coach Burkhart, yeah, it's down here. For Northwood, pretty much I tell my team, okay, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Maybe tweak a little things here and there, but don't, let's not back off on what we're doing. We need to stay up there, and we need to keep doing what we're doing, defend the ball, stay on that offense as long as we can. All those things do matter when it comes to this competition.
Absolutely. Well, Garrett, I want to say something to the people at home. A little interesting thing about Wawasee tonight. A lot of the coaches and the players have been wearing an orange ribbon. There is a girl here at Wawasee named Ashlyn Korn. She is a sophomore and she plays softball. Over Christmas break, she was sadly diagnosed with leukemia. All of the community, parents, students even, here at Wawasee have been helping, raising funds for the family and Ashlyn to hopefully see her recover and come back to Wawasee soon. The hashtag they have for her is #AcornStrong. We're hoping for you to fight hard, Ashlyn. Hope you're doing great.
Yeah, and hope you can, come back to school and get back with your teammates and classmates. And we're thinking and praying for you, and that you get a strong recovery and can get back here as soon as you can.
Well, we got about less than 2 minutes. Garrett, what do you expect for the second half for Northwood?
They're going to come out with fire, just like they did at the start. I don't think anything's going to change. Honestly, if you want my opinion, nothing's going to change. They're going to come out there. They're going to hold the offense play, right? And I think that's just going to be what it is. And when they do get on defense, they're going to try their hardest to get back on that offense, get the ball in their possession. I think that is their ultimate goal. And I think they're going to keep driving for that basket, get that final goal there.
Well, if I was Wawasee coming out at half, man, you got to use that Warrior pride.
Yeah.
Come on. You got to come out. This team is semi-equivalent to Wawasee. Northwood and Wawasee aren't that much different. Records aside, coaches aside, players aside. Yeah. These both teams have proved dominance after dominance.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised that if Wawasee can come out with more energy, more passion, and just more exhilarance in this second half, we could see a Warrior win tonight.
And I think that can happen. But like you said it perfectly. You just got to get out there and do what you're supposed to do and control what you can control.
Even like Northwood's keys.
Yeah.
Control the controllables.
Like I said, that should be on both teams. That's just kind of how things are going tonight and what we're seeing here. But let's get this road on the show here as we get into that third quarter.
Like you said, we got about 20 seconds till this third period starts. Wawasee is down 10-20. I'm your play-by-play Joshua. Alongside me is my color Garrett, as we're excited to continue second half action here at the Hardwood TP. About 5 seconds till the clock runs to start this third period. It's game time. Beer to start with the ball. Beer passes into Wilkinson. Looking around. Passes it to Horn. Drives inside. Goes for the shot. Blocked by Payne.
That was a really good block by Payne. I told you they were going to come out there and do their job and get it done here.
Wawasee to inbound. Looking for a pass. Goes over to Couture at the left corner. Pass to Horn. Trying to look around. Decides to pass to Couture. Hands off to Wilkinson. Back to Horn in the corner. She drives inside. Bounce pass to Hackelman in the right corner for the three. Misses. Rebound goes over the floor. Rebounded by Northwood. Barnum with the ball, taking it down the court. With the ball with Yoder, top of the key. Passes it to Heflin. Over to Hartman. Now going over to Barnum. To the top of the key. Heflin for the three and gets it in.
That was a good three made by Heflin. That she was kind of wide open, nobody on her, real close, and she just kind of had that space.
23-10, Warriors are down by 13. Beer with the ball. Bounce past to Couture. Left corner. Looking around. Bounce inside to Wilkinson. Back over to Horn for the three. Misses. Rebounded by Heflin. Taking it down the court. Goes over to Yoder. Trying to find a pass. Back to Heflin. Over to Hartman. Hartman looking. High pass. Over to Barnum for the three. Misses. Rebounded by Couture. Wilkinson taking it down the court. Looking inside pass to Couture. Back out to Horn. She drives inside. Goes for the shot. Misses. Rebounded by Payne. Yoder with the ball. Taking it down the court. Pass to Payne for the inside shot. Makes the shot and goes to the line.
There's been a lot of good rebounds by this Northwood team. It's the end of the third quarter. Wawasee boys are up 39, Prairie Heights 27.
Wawasee still keeping that lead there over at Prairie Heights.
Yep, Coach Lou and his team, they've kind of had their ups and downs this year too, but I think they can pull this win off against Prairie Heights tonight.
Payne connects the air and one. 26-10, Warriors down by 16. 6:15 left in this third period. Wilkinson passes it to Beer. Over to the corner is Hackelman. Back to Wilkinson. Tries to drive inside. Back to Horn. Tipped pass. Goes out of bounds. Wawasee ball.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of good. I think I've seen a lot of good rebounds by Northwood tonight in the way of that goes. But Wawasee can do the same. They just got to stay with it.
Wilkinson finds a pass to Horn. Needing to get past Payne. Goes for the tough layup. Misses. Rebounded by Yoder. Ball poked out. Nearly stolen by Wawasee. Whistle blown. Foul on Beer.
There's been a couple fouls coming out of that halftime here, but, I think there's a lot of good things to be expected here in this second half. Like I said, Northwood has been staying strong on their offense and defense both. Here we go. They're back on their offense again.
Northwood with the ball. Kroll was subbed in for Wawasee. Ball passed inside to Payne. The ball was trying to go over to Heflin. She gets the ball top of the key. Drives inside, guarded by Hackelman. Nice deflection. Hackelman taking it down the court. Trying to drive by his defender. Pass to Couture for the mid-range shot. Misses. Rebounded by Barnum. Barnum, high pass, but was caused a travel before she can get the pass off.
That was a really high pass over to her fellow teammate there. And I couldn't catch who that was, but yeah, she should have stopped past, she wouldn't get that travel.
Inside pass to Hackelman, missed, rebounded by Payne. Pass it over to Heflin. She's taking it down the court. Heflin passes it to Yoder. Yoder over to Barnum. She's at the left wing. Inside to Payne. Back out to Heflin at the top of the key. Goes to Barnum. Tries to drive inside. Backs out. Mid-range shot. Miss. Rebounded. Almost rebounded by Hackelman.
Yeah, that was...
She was kind of in the air and then landed on a Northwood player.
Excuse me. Yeah, that was a good rebound there by Hackelman. And, she landed on, like you said, landed on that Northwood player. And
looking for a pass. Finds one to Hartman for a three. Bouncing off the rim. Doesn't go in. But Payne with the nice rebound and score. 10-28. The lead increases to 18. Wilkinson with the ball. Wilkinson passes it to Beer. Looking to Kroll. Inside to Hackelman for the shot. Misses. Rebounded by Payne. Yoder passes it over to Hartman. Back over to Heflin. Heflin goes for the shot. Nice layup by Heflin.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of good layups by Northwood tonight. They just go in there and do their job and do what they're supposed to here.
30-second timeout called by the Warriors. Garrett, this is not really looking great. You're down by 20.
Well, yeah, you are, but there's still more playing time left.
There's absolutely more playing time.
And
Wawasee just needs to get a point on the board.
I feel like they got to come out and do what they need to do. They got to control what they can control. Yeah, I just don't think I'm seeing that out of them. Northwood, I mean, good grief, whenever there's a ball loose with her, Claire Payne, number 42, she's right there to get it. She's right there to get that rebound or whatever it is, and sometimes she gets her own rebounds and then puts it back in. Just out of control. And a lot of good plays made by Northwood.
Something I need to say about Wawasee is they need to stop taking really risky shots. Go for the easy shots you can take, if there is any. Hackelman, pass inside of Couture, misses the shot, rebounded by Barnum, but bounces out of bounds, going Northwood's way.
Another Northwood ball. That worries me a little bit, this Wawasee tonight.
Seems like something. Lost Northwood inbounds. Yoder taking it down the court, getting past the defenders, goes for the shot. Tough layup, but fouled.
A tough layup, and it hit the rim, but she had good intentions of getting down there and getting on that right side of the paint and laying it up, but it just didn't happen.
Hackelman now scores her third foul.
Team's third.
As for Yoder, she's 2 for 2 tonight. Going for her next free throw. Is up and in.
Yoder at the line shooting.
Subs for the Northwood Panthers. Number 21, Tessa Barnum, and number 25, Johnson are in the game. Yoder, her second. No good. Rebound. Whistle blown. Foul.
Fouls on number 25, Brooke Johnson.
Foul on Johnson. First fouls this quarter for the Panthers. 31-10. Panthers lead by 21. Wilkinson with the ball. Passes it to Kroll. Hands off to Wilkinson. Drives inside. Goes for the shot. And gets it in.
That's good to see. Like you said, just take those easy shots you can take. That was a shot that she could take, and she didn't make it.
Barnum with the ball. Pass over to Hartman. She's at the left wing. Goes to the top. Looking for a pass. Goes to Johnson. Johnson at the right wing. Looking. Goes to the right corner for Barnum. Barnum trying to get past the defender. Still can't. Pass to Hartman, top of the key. Hartman goes over to Yoder. Yoder, bounce pass inside to Tessa Barnum. Outside to Yoder, back to Ella Barnum. Ella goes to Johnson. Johnson with a nice, easy shot in the paint.
Yeah, I thought number 30, Kenzie Hartman, was going to make that off the right side there. She stopped and kind of had to rethink about that a minute.
Wilkinson passes over to Kroll. Over to Couture at the right wing. Back to Hackelman for the three. Makes the three! Yes, sir. Let's go.
That was a really good that was a shot she could take. That was just right there where she needed to be.
Johnson drives inside, goes for her shot. Misses. 15-33. Again, nice three by Hackelman from the right corner.
Well,
Number 21, Tessa Branham, her first, team's second.
Foul on Tessa Branham for the Panthers. Second foul for the Panthers this quarter. Wilkinson. Bounce pass to Horn. Looking for something. Hands it off. Back to Wilkinson. Goes over to Couture. Over to Hackelman for the three. Misses. Rebounded by Wilkinson. Goes over to Couture to Hackelman. Drives inside. Goes for the shots and gets it in.
That was a good shot. That's a shot she could take. We were talking about that. Well, what can I do? What shots can I take? That was one of them right there. She was at that right spot.
Ball's moving around inside to Yoder for the nice, fast layup.
That was a really fast layup. I wasn't sure if she was going to make that. She just kind of come running by the hoop, but it ended up going in.
35-17. Ball nearly stolen, but foul on Yoder.
Yoder, her first, team's third.
Third foul for the Panthers. First foul for Yoder. Wilkinson with the ball. Trying to pass it in, bounces inside to Horn. Back over to Wilkinson. Looking for a shot or a pass. Takes the shot, never mind, goes for it. Misses. Rebounded by Johnson. Pass over to Yoder. Goes over to Balasa. 3-point attempt for Heflin. Wawasee's ball.
You know, one thing I've noticed when Wawasee's throwing the ball in bounds, Northwood, whoever is defending that Wawasee player, has their arms up, you know, spread out, jumping around, trying to block that pass inbounds, and they're doing a really good job at that side of things.
Third foul for Payne. Wawasee with the ball, 1:12 left in this third period. Horn with the ball, tries to drive inside, goes for the shot, tough layup.
You know, she drove in, right? And you seen she drove in, tried to, do a layup, and it just didn't work. That Panther player, she came and knocked the ball out as she was trying to do the layup.
Horn misses her first attempt. Wawasee's now only scored 7 points this period. Missed by Horn. Johnson taking it down the court. Tries to go for a shot. Blocked by Couture.
Man, Johnson there had that rebound by Horn's free throw. And, I thought she was going to lose it there. And then Couture came in and stole it. And that's how that went.
Ball passing in. Trying to get a pass. High over to Johnson. Almost loses it. Passes it over to Heflin. She drives inside. Goes for the shot. Blocked by Horn. Horn taking it down the court. Passed over to Hackelman inside. Passes back to Kroll.
Yeah.
Inside. Apologies. Foul.
Fouls on number 11. Markham, her first. Kroll at the line to shoot 2.
Foul on Markham, newly subbed for Northwood. First one in for Kroll. (18:35). Wawasee wanting to close this lead. Her second is up and good. Northwood passing it in to Balasa. Over to Yoder. Back and forth with Yoder and Balasa. Johnson with the ball. Tries to go inside. Backs out. Inside to Balasa. Ball lost. Horn with the ball. Tries to go for a pass. Player wasn't looking. Foul on Northwood. Pretty interesting situation there.
Yeah.
Ball was trying to get past to, but Kroll wasn't even looking to get the pass.
No, she should have been looking around where that pass was, and if that wasn't going to work for her, then she should have passed the ball to somebody else. But it just was what it was, and that's just part of the learning process with this, and they're going to get better.
Hackelman with her first makes it in. 20-35, 15-point lead for the Panthers. Her second is up and no good. Rebounded by Markham. Pass to Johnson. She's taking it down the court. Goes for the shot. Nice layup by Johnson.
That's another 2 points for Johnson. She's done a good job tonight.
Wilkinson drives inside, goes for the shot, misses. Rebounded by Wilkinson, but bounces out of bounds with 1 second left.
We got an update. Wawasee boys won 54, Prairie Heights 39.
Great to see the boys winning their game at Prairie Heights. As ball is inbounded and lets the time run out. Warriors are down by 17, 20-37, ending in the third period. We'll be back with more Lady Warrior basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group in Milford. We are a full-service realty company, including property management services in Kosciuszko and surrounding counties. Our goal is to be a trusted advisor for you before, during, and after your transaction. Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, here to help make your home dreams happen. Located downtown Milford at 120 South Main Street or online at thegingrichgroup.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse, offering a full menu including daily lunch and dinner specials with a family room. Chubby's Pub and Grub at 1201 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-457-3855.
Now back to Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, where your Warriors are down 20 to the NorthWood Panthers 37 entering this fourth period. Garrett's not a great thing for this Warriors wanting to come back from this.
Well, they got to get a comeback somehow, and they got this fourth quarter chance to do it. They got 8 minutes left to see what they can do to get up toward the Northwood.
Barnum with the ball, trying to find a pass, goes inside to Payne, double teamed, doesn't stop her, gets the inside shot. 39-20, Panthers lead.
She's made 16 points tonight. That's pretty good. I think she's leading Northwood tonight.
Impressively, and indeed she is leading. Couture past the Hackelman at the right corner, over to Beard, back to Wilkinson. Goes over to Couture, tries to drive inside, backs out to Beard. Looks for a pass, goes to Wilkinson. She hit the left corner to Hackelman. Hackelman getting guarded toughly. Inside a Horn, tries to drive inside, goes for the shot, but blocked twice by Payne.
That was a good block by Payne. She got right in there and blocked her down twice that time. And
Heflin almost loses the ball to Hackelman, trying to get the ball. Her moving around a lot. High pass now over to Barnum at the left corner. She drives inside, goes for the shots, misses. Rebounded by Wawasee. Wilkinson with the ball, taking it down the court. At the top of the key. Goes over to Hackelman. Drives inside, goes for the tough layup. Travel called
on Wawasee.
On Hackelman.
You know, Wawasee just, they got to find that, how can I be more stronger? What can I do to keep this game going and to get in on that paint, make a layup or two? Something's got to go.
Barnum with the ball, 20-39. Barnum at the top of the key. Goes over to Yoder. Yoder looking around to the top to Heflin. Bounces over to Johnson. Johnson top of key to Barnum. Ella Barnum looking around. Goes over to Heflin. Top of the key. Goes over to Johnson to Barnum. Inside, but poked out and stolen almost by Wawasee, but Yoder gets the ball back. Past to Johnson. Goes with the mid-range shot. Never mind. Travel on Northwood.
She would have made that shot. She would have had a point on the board for doing that, but it was just too late. The whistle was called. And
like you said, that shot did go in, but travel occurred.
It did. Like I said earlier, Northwood has stayed really strong in this second half of the ball game, and I don't think they're going to let down.
Hackelman goes for the three-point attempt at the top of the key, misses, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson with the ball still, taking it down the court. Bounce pass over to Heflin. Inside to Yoder, blocked by Couture. 3 blocks for her tonight as Horn takes it down the court. Poked out by Yoder, still Wawasee's ball.
That's a really good block by Couture, like you said. 3rd block tonight, and she gets there. She knows what she's doing. She's just got to get there and do her job, and she does. Very well, for that matter.
Wilkinson passes to Couture. Back to Wilkinson. At the top of the key. Passes the beer to Couture at top. Trying to get something going. Goes to the mid-range shot. Misses. Rebounded by Yoder. She's taking it down the court. Looking around. Pass to Johnson. Fakes the shot. Goes over to the right corner. Missed shot by Heflin. 20-39. 5 minutes left in this 4th period. Wilkinson passes out to Hackelman for the 3. Bingo!
There you go. That's what we're looking for right there. Nice 3 made by Hackelman there, and now a timeout, full timeout called.
Full timeout called by the Wawasee Warriors. We'll be back with more Lady Warrior basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, 106 East Pickwick Drive in Syracuse, offering chiropractic, personal training, and rehab services that will get you back into the game. Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, east of Dairy Queen in Syracuse, 574-457-7472, and online at dynamicspinesyracuse.com.
Now back to Lady Warrior basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP as the Wawasee Warriors are down 23 to the NorthWood Panthers 39 after a crucial three made by Mackenzie Hackelman.
That was, like you said earlier, on that break, that was a beautiful three made by Hackelman. Hopefully she can do it again. Hopefully she won't let down. Do it again.
Do it again. She leads the scoring right now for Wawasee at 13 points unofficially.
I see 14 up there, Josh.
14, apologize.
You're all right.
NorthWood to pass
That's what
it
I'm here for.
NorthWood to pass it in to Davis. Over to Hartman. Hartman passes it over to Balasa. Back over to Hartman. Almost bounces out of bounds. Hartman near the left side. Back to Balasa. Goes over to Davis at the right wing. Over to Johnson. With the ball is Balasa, top of the key to Hartman. Ball bouncing all around the top with the ball bouncing over to Davis. But bounces out of bounds.
Northwood held that ball. They held on their offense really good, and then it went out of bounds. And, now they're going to try to throw it inbounds here.
Davis passes it to Balasa.
Little struggle there. Yeah.
Foul on Wilkinson.
Her second, team's first.
First foul for Wawasee in this fourth period. Second foul for Wilkinson. Ball's inbounded to Heflin. Heflin passes it to Hartman. Looking. Bounce pass to Balasa. Inside to Heflin. Goes over to Hartman for the mid-range. Backs out. Goes to the right wing. Kind of holding the ball to end this game. Leading by 16. Davis with the ball.
Well, you can tell they want to end this game soon and keep the clock rolling. That's the best thing for them right now.
Balasa drives inside. Blocked by Couture.
That's number 4 for her.
Hartman with the ball. Passes it to Heflin. Over to Balasa. Trying to get the ball back. Pass inside to Payne. Foul.
Looks like
Seems to be foul on Mackenzie Hackelman.
But I see exactly what you're saying. Warriors really want to try to get this ball back, but I see what Northwood's trying to do. They're trying to keep the ball. They want to run that clock down. They got 39 points on the board. I don't see why not.
Davis gets the ball from the inbound. Tries to drive inside, guarded by Wilkinson. Missed shot. Wawasee's ball. We'd like to mention as well that Hackelman has 4 fouls. So does Molly Beer, both in very foul trouble.
Yeah. Well, that's something that you want to try to stay out of as best you can. And it looks like Wawasee has possession of the ball.
Wawasee gets possession after the ball bounces out of bounds. Wilkinson with the ball, 23-39 with 3:16 left in this fourth period. Wilkinson drives inside, backs out, going all around to Beer at the top. At the tee, misses, rebounded by Kroll. Wilkinson gets the ball top of the key, passes to Beer, drives inside, goes for the pass to Hackelman for the three, misses. Rebounded by Yoder as she's taking it. Hartman taking down the court. Over, going all around to the top of the key to Davis. Over to Hartman. Hartman loses the ball, gotten back by Balasa. Foul
Fouls on number 4, Wilkinson, her third.
Wilkinson's third foul. Team's third in this fourth period. A lot of subs coming in.
Yoder, Johnson.
A lot of
for the Panthers.
Yoder and Johnson in for the Panthers. We're 20 and 25.
Here we go. Northwood's going to try to throw it inbound. Okay, now they're on their offense. Now what are they going to do? They're going to keep a hold of that ball as long as they can.
Johnson has the ball. Goes over to Heflin. Pass over to Yoder. To Barnum at the right wing. Inside to Payne. Backs out. Over to the corner for the three by Yoder. Missed. Rebounded by Wawasee. 2:12 left in this last period. Wilkinson hands it off to Hackelman for the three. Not on target. Johnson with the rebound. Yoder passes to Barnum. Looking for something. High pass to the right side, but stolen by Wawasee. Wilkinson with the ball, taking it down the court. Pass over to Beer. Back to Wilkinson. Working for something. Trying to find a pass. Pass to Horn. Looking for something. 1:30 left in this fourth period. Tries to drive inside. Backs out to Wilkinson for the three. Yes! She gets it in!
That was a really good three made by Wilkinson. She just stayed right in that spot on that left side of the paint, and she just elevated that ball at the right height too. Looks like we got a full timeout.
We got a timeout here. Let's see.
Full timeout called by Wawasee.
Full timeout called by Wawasee. We'll be back with more Lady Warrior basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Hi, this is Vince Beasley. Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty. We are a full-service realty company helping you buy and sell homes, as well as assisting you in any other real estate needs. Northern Lakes Realty has a hometown realty team ready to serve you. We are located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Now back to Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
And we're back here at the Hardwood TP as your Warriors are down 26-39 with 1:30 left. Northwood's ball as Barnum taking it down the court. Goes for the inside shot. Misses, but fouled.
Yeah, she came right into the paint, and she had her arms up, and she didn't really take that high of a jump. She thought she was going to get it. It bounced off of the rim, and now she's at the free throw line trying to make a free throw here.
Misses her first. Subs for the Warriors, Hackelman and Beer are back in the game. Barnum for her second is up. No good. Rebounded by Horn. Beer taking it down the court with 1:20 left in this fourth period. Bounce pass to Hackelman. Back to Beer. Over to Wilkinson. Passes it to Kroll. Goes inside, backs out, but loses the ball to Yoder. Foul. Foul on Beer. That makes it the fifth foul for Molly Beer. Fouling out of this game. Subbed in for her is Ava Couture.
Northwood, they have been really strong this whole game. And we've said it a lot, and they've really done good on their offense. And Wawasee, they have really tried to keep the ball, but then they lose it to Northwood, and so they've just not had that good luck like I thought they were going to come out with.
First free throw is missed by Yoder. Second is made. Subbed in for Wawasee, Taylon Tom. Mackenzie Hackelman goes for the three, misses, rebounded by Johnson. Jump ball going Wawasee's way. Smart move.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that was a good move. That is number 4 tonight for junk balls. I started keeping track. I don't know why, but might as well, right?
Stolen by Payne. Foul on Couture.
One thing I've seen with Wawasee, they have just they've had the fouls tonight, and that's just not what you want to see. And now number 12 for Northwood is back at that free throw line again.
Ella Barnum is back at the free throw line, like you said. First one's up, no good. (40-26). Wawasee is down with 55 seconds left in this last period. Barnum for her second is up. High fly, and it goes in. 41-26, 53 seconds left in this fourth period. Bounce around, goes for the shot. Horn goes for the shot, misses, but blocked and fouled.
You know, both teams are wanting to try to waste time on this clock here. They got 47 seconds left. It's Panthers 41, Warriors 26. Yeah, they want to waste. They want to get that clock down. And Northwood's really trying to keep a hold of the ball as long as they can, and they're trying to keep that possession. And I think they can do it. But
subs in for both teams. A lot of subs. Northwood subbing in Balasa, and Wawasee subbing in Weaver. Barnum goes over to Yoder, but foul.
Now we're down to 38 seconds. You know,
clock is winding down.
How much clock time can we waste here to Northwood to get a win?
Third foul on Kroll. Balasa for her first. Makes it.
That's the first shot she's made all night. That was good.
Davis is in for the Panthers. Wilkinson and Hackelman are back in for the Warriors.
Ella Balsa, she's number 33. She's a guard, that 5'7" junior.
Balasa for a second. Misses, rebounded by Hackelman. Wawasee's ball. Seemed like Horn and Hackelman were trying to go for the rebound, but Northwood touched it last, making it Wawasee's ball.
They're racing for those rebounds. They're racing to get in their offensive position. And both teams are really showing that.
Couture goes for the shot, misses, rebounded by Davis. 26 seconds left, 25, 24 as the clock's winding down. Yoder taking it down the court. Looking, pass over to Heflin. To the top is Balasa. Goes over to Davis. Now over to Yoder. To the top of the key is Heflin. 8-7. Davis at the right wing. Just letting this ball go out. 2-1. And that is going to do it. Wawasee is defeated 26-42. Not a great performance for Wawasee tonight, Garrett. How do you think both teams performed?
You know, and I said it earlier, you know, Northwood was going to come out and have that fire, and I think they did. And I was just hoping to see Wawasee come out with that fire. And they didn't at the beginning of the game. They were kind of a little bit low. And, you know, at halftime I said, I'll bet you they're going to come out, and I said I hope they come out with that fire coming out at halftime, and they just didn't bring it. But you know what? That's why they have that next game. You know, their next game is going to be versus Columbia City. That's their next chance to get out that, you know, bring the fire on, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, Garrett. I mean, again, a great performances by both teams. Northwood prevailing with that great dominant inside pressure and inside scoring. Just really shows, and especially Claire Payne doing amazing tonight like we expected. With, I believe we have her at 16 points tonight.
Yep, that's correct.
When we come back, we'll talk more about the game and soon an interview with Coach Derek Gilreath here on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Wallace Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Syracuse. They can help the residential or commercial customer with in-floor heat systems, high-efficiency tankless water heaters, lift stations, sewer connections, septic services, and well repair. Wallace Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Syracuse. 574-457-9313 and online at wallacephc.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Quality Engineered Services in Syracuse. Manufacturing dash assemblies and wiring harnesses, primarily supporting OEM boat manufacturers and other products including marine, bus, automotive, and more since 2017. Quality Engineered Services at 1101 North Indiana Avenue in Syracuse. 574-457-3988 and online at theqes.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Appleseed Eye Care in Syracuse, offering eye care from local optometrists, which include routine vision care, diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases, and emergency eye care. They offer both budget-friendly glasses and designer eyewear with advanced lens technology and contact lenses. Appleseed Eye Care at 612 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-457-4476, and online at appleseedeyecare.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by the Wawasee Alumni Association. If you haven't heard, the Wawasee Alumni Association is working hard to raise money and to bring together alumni, parents, and supporters to build pride and community around all things Wawasee. This includes free student admission to sports and performing arts events, free leather jackets, team building activities, scholarships, and more. Find them on Facebook or email them for more information at wawaseealum@gmail.com.
Now back to Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
And we're back once again here at the Hardwood TP as your Wawasee Lady Warriors were defeated 26-42. Garrett, again, this has been a very great game. Just Northwood prevailing with that inside offense and their great defense.
Yeah, well, they had that. They showed their offense tonight really well. Their defense was really good. And, you know, in that fourth quarter, we've seen a lot of, you know, them just trying to wind that clock down. And, you know, that ball was in their possession, and they tried to do what they could to wind that clock down. Now, let's go in for some, I'll give some Northwood stats here. Again, these are unofficial. Number 12, Ella Branham has 5 points. Number 20, Megan Yoder, ended up with 6 points. Number 22, Haley Heflin, 10 points. Number 25, Brooke Johnson, 4 points. Number 33, Ella, how do you pronounce that? Oh, Balaza, that's right.
Balaza, yep.
Just 1 point there, that free throw she made in that fourth quarter. Number 42, Claire Payne, was the leading with 16 points tonight.
Very well scoring for the Northwood Panthers. As for Wawasee, the top 3 scorers were Mackenzie Hackelman with 13 points, Wilkinson with 4, and Emerson Kroll with 7.
So
pretty good performance by these players.
Hackelman led with that 13, and she showed it, you know.
She definitely showed it. A lot of good three-point attempts, just wasn't enough.
No.
Now, Garrett, let's go over these keys one more time,
Yeah.
just to reflect and see how they kind of panned out.
So, Northwood keyed, win the rebound battle. I think they did good with that. They got the ball a lot. They were on their offense position a lot. Contest shots.
There you go.
I think they did
very well.
That was good. Then control our controllables. Like I said, that's the one that we could kind of use both because, you know, I think they both did well on that, controlling what they could control. Let's go back to the Wawasee keys.
The Wawasee keys were simple, to keep the ball out of the post. I mean, unfortunately, Wawasee has struggled with that a lot. Trying to stop the taller players for this team like Ella Branham and Claire Payne just really did not work out for Wawasee.
Yeah.
Limit turnovers. I feel like both teams in general limited turnovers. There wasn't really much turnovers. The ball scrambled here and there after a rebound or from a rebound. Just really didn't see any turnovers tonight. And lastly, rebounds. We mentioned this just like a second ago. Rebounds. Wawasee could not really get much. They got a couple here and there, but when Claire Payne was not on the floor, they would get the rebounds. When Claire's there, she would get every single one. I would call that a rebound magnet.
Yeah, I would too. And like you said, she was just there for every rebound. And I saw just as much as you did. if there was ever trouble that went on, she was right there to get it. If, a rebound, she was right there to get it. If if somebody needed to pass the ball up, she was right there to get it. So I think all those things added up for her in the end.
Well, as we wait for Coach to come up here so we can interview him, let's talk about the next games a little bit for both these teams.
Yeah.
For Northwood, their next games is at Bremen. Want to talk a little bit about the matchups between Bremen and Northwood?
Yeah. So Bremen, let's see. Northwood has lost 3 of the last 5 versus East Noble. Then lost 43-45 in their last meeting. They average about 43, and they average a good amount of points. I mean, overall. And Claire Payne, she's that junior. She did 11 points and 9 rebounds in the last game with Bremen. Megan Yoder is that junior. She did 11 points and 8 rebounds when they played Bremen last. So I think a lot of good things are ahead for that team. And, they should keep their heads up. And, there are better things coming. But I also think Wawasee, they should keep their heads up. They lost tonight, but you know what? They came in tonight 12-4. So they haven't lost a game since, let me see here.
Chesterton.
Yeah, Chesterton was last time lost. But still, they're doing good. They just got to keep their head up, go to that next practice, see what coach has for them, and just kind of continue from there. It's baby steps from this process on. And we started at the beginning of the season, and it was baby steps, and now we've grown up a little bit, and now we're taking bigger steps, and eventually we'll be taking a lot more bigger steps here, hopefully toward when we get into the sectional draw. And that first sectional game is going to be
February 4th.
February 4th, that's correct. Yep, at Fairfield. So
pretty interesting to see, because we'll be going to that game at Fairfield. Both of us being Fairfield students, getting to broadcast at Fairfield.
Yeah.
Kind of a coincidence in some way.
Kind of a coincidence. A little bit. Yeah,
a little bit.
And, maybe they'll draw Fairfield, then it'll be just what that is.
It depends on what it is. And, again, that Fairfield game was pretty close. They only lost by 5. 40-45 here at the Hardwood TP. Now for Wawasee, their next game's against Columbia City. They are currently on a 7-game losing streak against Columbia City. Columbia City has been a really dominant team these past couple years, and proving it right there. Wawasee has a good team, but a 7-game losing streak. Not what you want to see. Hoping to break that on Tuesday.
And I think they will. If they come out strong and like I said, they keep their heads up. They go to practice. They do what they need to do, and they come out and bring on that fire like I talked about earlier. And then I think they're good. But I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens.
Their last meeting, the Wawasee Lady Warriors lost 31-71. Wow. That's
a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
But you know what? Adversity doesn't matter. The past is the past. The present is the present. You got to worry about what's coming forward.
Yep.
And so I believe either way, with a score like that, doesn't matter then. You can come on now and do better this game this next Tuesday. The average scores between these teams, Wawasee averages 42 compared to Columbia City's 67 in the last 5 games. So averagingly, Columbia City has been averaging more.
Yeah. Oh, they've also been doing a good job. They try to keep up and do what they're supposed to, and do those things and at practice and stuff that really make it worthwhile. And I know Coach, at practice starting next week, he's going to have stuff up his sleeve. He's going to have plays he's going to want to run. He's going to have things he's going to want to do, and that's just all part of it. Now, I think, also, their season's not over yet.
No, not at all.
So, what are they going to do? You got to, at the end of the day, you just got to keep your head up and you move forward and see what you can do next week.
I also want to mention, with this being a conference game, now Northwood being 4-1 with conference matchups. And as for Wawasee, they're now down to 2-3. Again, not what you want to see, but again, that's still not too bad. 2-3 in the conference with teams like Warsaw, Northridge, and Northwood. A pretty good record in the conference.
That's not bad overall. I mean, if you think about it, you're just kind of staying right there, and you're not too high, not too low, and just everything kind of falls in place there once it comes down to it.
Well, as we see, Coach Derek Gilreath is out of the locker room and soon to come up. And we got a couple questions for him, and we're excited to have a chat as currently
I'm trying to get his attention.
Trying to get his attention to come up.
There he is. He's coming up here.
We're good. It's been a very it's been an interesting night.
Yeah, well,
a lot of emotion, a lot of energy coming out. Again, the score was 26-42. And let's not forget boys basketball. Wawasee played tonight. You wanted to say recap that score real quick?
Yeah,
for
the
us?
recap of that score was Wawasee boys 54, Prairie Heights 39. That was the final score. So good to see Coach Lou getting a win under his belt there. And, you know, they've had their struggles this season, and that holiday tournament. You know, they won that first game and come back in the evening game and lost to Norwell. And so, you know, what can they do to get better? And that's, you know, I think that's what sports is about is, you know, what can you do to get better? And at the end of the day, you know, you go to practice, you see what the coach has to say. Also, it's important, you watch film. You know,
watching film.
You scout that next team. And
we're still trying to get Gilreath to come up here. Gary, want to get his attention real quick?
Yeah. Hold on just a minute.
We're good. Yep. He was
I
talking
hate
to interrupt. He's talking to some friends. Probably come out from NorthWood. Seems like there's some NorthWood friends of his. As he comes up, Garrett, you'll be handing off the mic.
Yep.
As Coach Derek Gilreath is finally.
All right,
welcome,
Coach Gilreath.
Welcome, Coach. All righty. Coach, how are you?
Been better.
Been better. Hold on, crap. Sorry. Where did it go? Yes, never mind. Coach, not a great result you expected tonight against this NorthWood team. How do you think the team performed overall?
Well, I mean, we competed on the offensive end. I thought we were moving the ball well on offense, attacking. Got to make free throws, got to make layups, got to rebound. We do those three things, it's a totally different ball game. I don't know exactly how many free throws we missed. It was, 11 or 12. Not a good night from the line. Like, that changes the game right there. And then I don't know how many second chance points they had. At least, 6 or 8 of them. We got to do a better job rebounding the basketball. We get in the lane, attacking the basket, great execution on offense, miss a layup. Can't do those things to beat good teams, and they're a good team, good NLC opponent, a sectional opponent. Good thing is we know that, those are things that we can fix. And we can compete with them. Hopefully we get another chance to play them in the sectional.
It's kind of nice to have them in your sectional because now since you've already played them, you kind of have a feel of like, all right, we know what they're going to be like when it comes sectional time. So what do we got to work on? Speaking about what to need to work on, what are the biggest takeaways from this game that you guys are going to work on once it comes to practice?
Well, I mean, rebounding is a big one. I mean, we shoot free throws and work on those things every day, but we have to understand better, like, rebounding and blocking out the girl that shoots the ball around the basket. Obviously, we don't have the size that they do, but we have the physicality, and we didn't use it to our ability tonight, and we need to make sure we do those things. I feel like we took care of the ball well. I think we turned them over more than they turned us over, but it doesn't matter if we allow, a bunch of points at the rim. We got to do better than that.
Absolutely. Well, your next game's in 3 days, right back here in the Hardwood TP against another conference team, Columbia City. How has the team been preparing and getting ready for this game coming up very soon?
Well, they're a similar team to NorthWood and the teams that we played recently. Just, they have Addison Baxter as their point guard. She's going to go play at Butler. She's a heck of a player. They got some other girls that can go with her, but she really makes their team go. So we just need to be solid in our defensive positioning. I feel like recently and even tonight, our off-ball defense has not been where it needs to be. We're kind of falling asleep a little bit when we're away from the basketball, and we need to make sure we're doing a much better job staying engaged when we're off the ball.
Well, Coach, with the season winding down, you guys have about 6 games left until sectional. Has the season gone the way you expected, or has it been better than it has been you expected when the season began?
Well, it's always hard to say how you want certain things to happen. I felt like the girls have been through a lot of adversity this year, a lot of changes in our roster and things like that, a lot of injuries. Different girls have been, even tonight, Lucy's still not healthy with her ankle injury. Mackenzie, you could see her limping her way through the game, which, by the way, very gutty performance by her to, she played most of that game, and she still can't even walk without limping, and I'm just really proud of the way she battled in there. But we got to get people healthy. But overall this season, I feel like we've had a nice season, but it's not over yet. I mean, the rest of our schedule, we play teams that we can compete and beat any of them, but we could also get beat by any of them if we're not playing our best. And there's nobody that we're going to just walk on the floor and win if we're not engaged on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, again, thank you. Not the result you wanted, but hopefully possibly get a better result when it comes to Columbia City next Tuesday. Good interview, Coach. Have a good one. Well, thank you, everyone, for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. I'm Joshua Pulaski alongside Garrett Lash signing off. We would first like to thank our workers backstage. We have Phil Huffman doing most of the job backstage, doing the camera work and the ads, everything backstage. Great job by Phil tonight. We would also like to thank our sponsors for the Warriors.
Well, you can't forget Mr. Van Loo. He was
Van
Loo's
been working very hard
too.
He's actually doing the boys basketball game, so props to him. 2 games in one night, really hard to do on the backside of the scene.
And we're going to see that one other time too, so we'll talk about that down the road. And all right, go ahead.
The sponsors are Brian Wietrick with Hahn Auctioneers, Northern Lakes Insurance, Sox Maria, Jeremy Dorr with Remax Partner Syracuse, South Shore Social, Goshen Home Medical, Brook Point Resort, Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, Northern Lakes Realty, Wallace Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Quality Engineer Services, Appleseed Eye Care, and the Wawasee Alumni Association. Upcoming broadcasts are on Tuesday, January 14th. Girls will be hosting Columbia City here on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network. Along on Friday, January 17th, boys will travel to Mishawaka on 93.7 FM, The Mix. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.
Stay safe out there.
Stay safe. That snow is pretty crazy out there, but everyone be safe and have a great night.
Good night, everybody.